I would like you to help me thank them. Our assistant director, I hope, has made it in or out. Caitlin Neal. Oh, as I poked her in the eye, she'll be great. Caitlin's our assistant director. JT Cotton is doing the lights. Now, if it messes up, Jill Richards is back there fighting for her spotlights and working the dimmers. I wish we could see you, Jill, but she's back there. Yay, Jill Richards. Jonathan Patty is our stage manager. Let me make sure I'm not... Oh, Russell Rice is back on sound, helping with all the microphones, and we'll just wave at you, Russell. You can't come up here. Thank you. Thank you. There are also some directors that usually a high school or college, when they take on Hello Dolly, it's quite a thing to take on, and for a junior high, is really tough, and you couldn't possibly do it without a lot of help. Roy Wilson is our orchestra director. Edie Cooksey had the nerve to have a baby 4 weeks ago, and I threatened him to sing every day. That kept him in line. Edie Cooksey's floating around back there. Yeah, there's Miss Cooksey waving. Hey. 4-week-old baby. Again, you won't meet Lynn Brown, but she's in charge of our dance troupe. I don't believe she's out here, but she has done an excellent job helping with our waiters dance, which you'll certainly see. Ray Lashaway has had the band part of it. So all together, we couldn't have done it without everyone, most especially the parents. I've had parents drop me food by, which I didn't need, but I certainly ate it. Thank you. I have some special people. Chris, if you'll stand up. He's keyboard. That's my son. I have a husband that stayed up until 1 or 2 in the morning, helping me build sets, and when things would fall over on me, he would come help, and he's out there with my daughter somewhere, yes. And my son is a bass player, but we had such a big pit, I couldn't even drag him in to do bass, so Stephen's out here. Stephen and Chris will be in Dallas after this summer. I may drag them back for the next play, but I wanted a chance to thank them. Thank you very much.
atmosphere of elegance and refinement. Object, matrimony. Unfortunately, I won't be able to offer my usual lightning service, as I have a previous appointment arranging the second marriage of a certain Mr. Horace Vandergelder, the well-known half-a-millionaire. As my late husband, Mr. Levi, always said, that means he's got at least 60,000 cash. But I'll do my best to have you carried across someone's threshold before the night is out. Now, did I also mention I'm available for financial consultation, instruction in the guitar and mandolin, short distance hauling, and varicose veins reduced? Mr. Kemper, the artist. You know, I'm something of an artist myself. I do all those silhouettes with black paper and things. Here's one of Ida Hand looking the other way. Well, I do them like that because I'm no good at noses.
Miss Levi, the train for Yonkers leaves in 5 minutes. If we don't get there on time...
But we will, Mr. Kemper. And not only will Horace Vandergelder give you permission to marry his niece, Ermengarde, but not alone either, because I happen to be engaged in finding him a suitable second wife himself. What he really wants is someone steady to clean the house. As my late husband, Mr. Levy, always said, marriage is a bribe to make a housekeeper think she's a householder.
Oh, I know all about that, Miss Levi. Half of New York says he's going to propose to Miss Irene Malloy this very afternoon.
Which is exactly why I'm on my way to Yonkers and can take on 4 cases with 1 stone. Or whatever I'll throw, I'll see in. Well, well, well. Would you look here? I have nothing here to pay my train fare with. Only large bills, 5s and 7s.
I have some change here somewhere, Miss Levi. I only hope this is another one of your wild goose chases.
And speaking of poultry, did I also mention I'm available for fresh Jersey eggs, surgical corsets reboned, ears pierced, pierced ears replugged?
Miss Levi?
I know, Miss... Don't forget to bring your maiden out to
All this for you.
A living, Mr. Kemper. Some people paint, some sew. I meddle. I have always been a woman who arranges things for the pleasure and the profit it derives. I have always been a woman who arranges things like furniture and daffodils and lives. When a man with a timid tongue meets a girl with a diffident air, why should the tortured creatures beat around the bush? Heaven knows Mother Nature always needs a little push. So I put my hand in here, I put my hand in there, and a girl over 6'3" meets a man who comes up to her ear. Surely it's obvious she'll never be seduced till some kind soul condescends to give her beau a little boost. So I put my hand in there, I put my hand in there. I have always been a woman who arranges things. It's my duty to assist the Lord above. I have always been a woman who arranges things like luncheon parties, poker games, and love. My aplomb at cosmetic art turned a frump to a trump lady fair. She had a countenance a little bit like Scrooge, but oh, today it would swear the Lord himself applied the rouge. So I put my hand in there. I put my hand in there. I twist a little, stir a little, him a little, her a little, shape a little, mold a little. Some poor chap gets sold a little when I use my fist a little. Some young bride get kissed a little when I use my thumbs. Matrimony comes when I put my hand in there.
Miss Levi.
I know, Mr. Kemper. The Yonkers train leaves in 5 minutes. Now you get a ticket, get a window seat, order lunch, and I'll meet you on board. Ephraim Levi, I'm going to get married again. I'm going to marry Horace Vandergelder for his money and send it out circulating among the people like rainwater the way you taught me. And I want a sign sometime today that you approve. Oh, it won't be a marriage in the sense we had one, but I shall certainly make him happy. And I'm tired, Ephraim. Tired of living from hand to mouth. So I want that sign. Sometime today. Now don't you worry, Mr. Kemper. We'll get to Yonkers. You'll marry Ermengarde. Just leave everything to me. For when my little pinky wiggles, some young maiden gets the giggles. Then I get my knuckles act. He says she's so attractive. Then I use my index digit, and they both begin to fidget. Then I clench my palm, free to read the song when I put my hand in
How can I be expected to play Yonkers my Yonkers with all this bellowing in my ears?
But I can't help it, Uncle. I love Ambrose Kemper.
And I say you're too young to be in love with anyone. Here, take this.
I'm not too young. I'm 17, and another year I'll be an old maid.
Dare to be an old maid, Ermengarde, and I'll cut you off without a cent. And don't cry in front of the store.
But I can't help it. I'm unhappy.
Goodbye, Thunder. Go and cry for a while in New York, where it won't be noticed. Now get back there and pack your things. And don't get any tears in the lock. I just had it oiled. Cornelius! Barnaby!
You wanted us, Mr. Vandergelder?
I did. Now, I've got news for both of you. I'm going to New York this afternoon to march in the 14th Street Parade. And when I get back, you're going to have a mistress.
But I'm too young, Mr. Vandergelder.
Not yours, you ignorant knave. Mine. I mean, I'm getting married again. And in honor of this occasion, I'm promoting you, Cornelius, to chief clerk.
What am I now?
You're an impertinent fool. That's what you are. And I'm promoting you from impertinent fool to chief clerk. Any more questions?
Yes.
What?
Does the chief clerk get one evening off a week?
That's how you repay me for your promotion, is it? No. You'll attend to the store as usual. Now get back to work. And don't forget to put a lid on that sheep dip. Marrying artists, evenings off, it's all foolishness. You know, 99% of the people in this world are fools. And the rest of us are in great danger of contamination. Now, I was young once, which was, of course, foolish. And I was poor, which was even more foolish. And I got married, which was the most foolish of all. And then my wife died, which was foolish of her. And I grew older, which was sensible, and became rich, friendless, and mean, which in Yonkers is about as far as a guy can go. Now, I know what you're all wondering. Why would a guy with such great sense as I think about doing anything as foolish as getting married again? Well, the answer is simple. You see, this house without a woman is like an empty shell, and it's pretty dirty too. It takes a woman all powdered and pink to joyously clean out the drain in the sink. And it takes an angel with long golden lashes and soft dresden fingers for dumping the ashes. Yes, it takes a woman, a dainty woman, a sweetheart, a mistress, a wife. Oh yes, it takes a woman, a fragile woman, to bring you the sweet things in life. The frail young maiden who's constantly there for washing and bluing and shoeing the mare. And it takes a female for setting the table and cleaning the Guernsey and cleaning the stable. Yes, it takes a woman, a dainty woman, a sweetheart, a mistress, a wife. Oh yes, it takes a woman, a fragile woman, to bring you the sweet things in life. And so she'll work until infinity, 3 cheers for femininity. Rock, 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 F-E-M-I-T-Y. And in the winter she'll shovel the ice and lovingly set out the traps for the mice. She's a joy and treasure, for practically speaking, to whom can you turn when the plumbing is leaking?
Dainty woman, that fragile woman, that sweetheart, that mistress, that wife. Oh yes, it takes a woman,
A husky woman,
to bring you the sweet things in life.
oh yes, it takes a woman, a dainty woman, a sweetheart, a mistress, a wife. Oh yes, it takes a woman, a fragile woman, to bring you the sweet things in life. Get out of here, all of you.
Congratulations. 1,000 congratulations.
What?
Congratulations, Mr. Van de Gelder. All New York is buzzing with the news that you practically proposed to Miss Irene Malloy. The streets are lined with eligible young ladies prostrate with grief. All my congratulations and sympathy.
Sympathy?
Did I say that? A slip of the tongue. No, I'm delighted with the news. After all, she wasn't easy to unload. I mean, you know what people said, although I never believed the rumors. No, I did not.
What rumors?
Nothing to get upset about, Mr. Van de Gelder. I mean, according to all known facts, her first husband passed on quite naturally. It's just that he went so soon. I mean, a few spoons of chowder made special for him and... But there's no truth in it. Just one word of advice, Mr. Van de Gelder. Eat out.
Now hold on, Miss Levi. Do you mean to tell me that...
I don't mean to say anything, Mr. Van de Gelder. Just friendly advice. Keep away from the chowder. By the way, she's ordered her wedding dress. Beautiful, you should see it. Black. Well, as I said before, Mr. Van de Gelder, congratulations on your forthcoming nuptials, and may you rest in... may guardian angels watch over you both. Particularly at dinner.
Now, Miss Levi, you're the one who introduced me to Miss Malloy, and rumors or not, I intend on calling on her this afternoon, as arranged.
Very well, then. I guess there's nothing left for me to do but go back to New York and tell the other girl, the, heiress, not to wait.
What did you say? Wait.
Nothing a word. Heiress?
Particulars, Mrs. Levi. I demand particulars. Her name,
Her name? Money. Ernestina Money.
What a lovely name.
Picture, if you will, eyes as big round as silver dollars, skin as soft and mossy as an old greenback.
I can almost feel her now.
Age, 18. Weight, 102. Waist, 47.
Waist 47?
That's with a money belt. Now, I could arrange for you to meet this Ernestina this very afternoon.
I ain't got time, Miss Levi. I've got to take my niece Ermengarde to New York until she forgets about a certain Ambrose Kemper.
I know just how to handle such things.
And then I'm marching in the 14th Street Parade.
What a coincidence. Guess who's on the main float? The spirit of 14th Street, Miss Money. Her mother was a cash, you know.
All right, Miss Levi. I'll meet Miss Money at the parade. But I still intend on calling on Miss Malloy first.
Oh, what races you make me run. Very well then, Mr. Van de Gelder. I'll meet you in front of Miss Malloy's hat shop at 2:30 as arranged.
Oh, and one more thing, Miss Levi. Suppose I decide against Miss Malloy and I don't like Miss Money either.
Well, I happen to have one more name on my list. A name I know as well as my own. But don't you worry about that. Wait till you see Ernestina, Horace. A vision, a dream.
It takes a woman all powdered and pink to joyously clean out the drain in the sink. And it takes an angel with long golden lashes and soft-dressed fingers for dumping the ashes.
Yes, it takes a woman. A sweetheart, a mistress, a wife. You know, Ephraim, I think I'll have this room done over in blue wallpaper. Yes, blue. Ermengarde, Ambrose, we've got plans to make.
Chief clerk. Promoted from chief clerk to chief clerk. And in 10 years, if I'm good, I'll be promoted to chief clerk again. When am I going to begin to live?
We can live on holidays, Cornelius.
Did you forget what we did last Christmas, Barnaby? All those rotten tomato cans exploded, and you and I had to clean it up all afternoon. Do you call that living?
Well, no.
Barnaby, you and I are going to New York.
You mean close the store?
Uh-huh.
Cornelius, we can't.
We'll have to. Some more rotten tomato cans are going to explode.
Holy cabooses! How do you know that?
I'm going to light that candle underneath them. That's how I know. They'll make such a stench, customers won't be able to come in the place for 24 hours. That'll get us an evening off. We're going to New York, Barnaby, and we're going to live. We're going to have a good meal. We're going to be in danger. We're going to spend our money. We're going to be arrested.
Holy cabooses.
And one more thing, Barnaby. We're not coming home until we've each kissed a girl.
Cornelius, you can't do that. You don't know any girls.
I'm 33 years old. I've got to begin sometime.
I'm only 17, Cornelius. It isn't so urgent for me.
New York, Barnaby. Elevated trains. The lights of Broadway. The stuffed whale at Barnum's Museum.
A stuffed whale?
A stuffed whale.
Wow.
What do you say, Barnaby?
Yes, Cornelius, yes!
To do is to make you financially independent. I know I'll find you a job. Can you dance?
I'm an artist, Miss Levi. I paint.
Well then, my card.
Miss Dolly Levi. Painters taught how to dance.
Now there's a man, Rudolph Weisenweber, at the Harmonia Gardens restaurant on 14th Street. I'll give him a note for you, and we'll see if we can have you both entered into the polka contest tonight. The prize is a week's engagement and a gold cup. Oh, the cups we won, Ephraim and me.
Wait a minute, Miss Levi. No fiancé of mine is going to work in a cafe. And I'm not ashamed to say I'm surprised that you have acquaintances in a place like that.
Not acquaintances, Mr. Kemper. Friends. Dear friends from days gone by. My late husband, Mr. Levi, believed in life any place you could find it. Cafes, ballrooms. Why, yes, even theaters. Every Saturday night, down those steps of the Harmonia Gardens we came, Ephraim and me.
It's all very well to come down like clockwork, Miss Levi, but you're asking Ermengarde to work there.
It's the only way to show Horace Vandegelder we mean business. Now you go to the Harmonia Gardens restaurant, tell them Miss Levi sent you, and incidentally tell them that Dolly's coming back, and I want a table for two and a chicken for 8 o'clock tonight.
Cornelius, now hold the candle under the ones on top. They're all swelled up like they're ready to bust. Holy cabooses! I can smell it all the way up here.
Come on, Barnaby. We're going to New York. Let's get dressed. Out there, there's a world outside of Yonkers. Way out there beyond this hick town, Barnaby. There's a slick town, Barnaby. Out there, full of shine and full of sparkle. Close your eyes and see it glisten, Barnaby. Listen, Barnaby. Put on your Sunday clothes, there's lots of world out there. Get out the brilliantine and dime cigars. We're gonna find adventure in the evening air. Girls in white and a perfume nights where the lights are bright as the stars. Put on your Sunday clothes, we're gonna ride through town in one of those new horse-drawn open cars. We'll see the shows at Delmonico's and we'll close the town in a whirl. And we won't come home until we've kissed a girl.
Put on your Sunday clothes when you feel down and out. Trip down the street and have your picture took. Just like a dream, your spirits seem to turn about. That Sunday shine is a certain sign that you feel as fine as you look. Beneath your parasol,
The world is all a smile and makes you feel brand new down to your toes. Get out the feathers, your patent leathers, your beads and buckles and bows. For there's no blue Monday in your Sunday clothes. Sunday clothes when you feel down and out. Just down the street and have your picture took. Just like a dream, your spirits seem to turn about. That Sunday shine is a certain sign that you feel as fine as you look. Beneath the parasol, the world is all a smile. It makes you feel brand new down to your toes. Get out the feathers, your patent leathers, your beads and buckles and bows. Oh, it's a Monday in your Sunday clothes.
shop not opened yet. It's all because of the impending marriage. What marriage? Why, I thought you knew. The marriage Miss Levi is arranging this very afternoon with Yonkers' well-known half-a-millionaire and my employer and friend, Miss Irene Malloy. Although, if you ask me, he'll never take the place of her late husband, Mr. Peter Malloy. May he rest in peace. Wherever he is, I'm not sure. He was a strange one, you know. Oh, it's all too much with late marriages and new husbands. And on top of everything else, Miss Mortimer returning this hat for the third time. Same old story. She wants cherries and feathers, to catch a beau, I suppose. Although, if you ask me, she'd do better with a nice heavy veil. I told her ribbons down her back is what we'll be wearing this summer, if we want to catch a gentleman's eye. But she'll have none of it. Cherries and feathers, on today of all days, when poor, dear, sweet Miss Malloy has enough on her mind with...
With what, Minnie?
With the door. It's stuck.
It's stuck, then push.
And as I was saying, Miss Malloy, I could bite out my tongue for the things I've said and for the things I'm going to say. But as long as I've gone this far, I might as well go all the way. Miss Malloy, why...
Just say it, Minnie. Why if I decided to marry Horace Vandergelder?
Miss Malloy, I didn't ask you that. I'd rather die in a rack than ask you such a personal question. But as long as you did bring it up...
I'm marrying Horace Vandergelder for one reason and one reason alone, Minnie. To get out of the millinery business. I hate hats.
Miss Malloy!
And I can no longer stand being suspected of being such a wicked woman with nothing to show for it.
Oh, Miss Malloy.
Don't protest, Minnie. All hat makers are suspected of being wicked women. That's why I can't go into theaters or balls. That's all the proof they need. Take my word for it, Minnie. Either I marry Horace Vandergelder or break out of this place like a fire engine. Oh, no, not Miss Mortimer.
Miss Mortimer, I'll take care of it.
No, Minnie. You can make another hat for Miss Mortimer. I think I'll be wearing this one myself.
Miss Malloy, you can't. You're a widow, and that hat, well, it's provocative, that's what.
Well, who knows who may walk into the shop today, and provocative may just be what I want to be.
Miss Malloy!
I'll be wearing ribbons down my back this summer. Blue and green and streaming in the yellow sky. So if someone special comes my way this summer, he might notice me passing by, and so I'll try to make it easier to find me in the stillness of July, because a breeze might stir a ripple up behind me that might happen to catch a gentleman's eye, and he might smile and take me by the hand this summer, making me recall how lovely
Malloy, wild horses couldn't make me ask this next question I'm about to ask. But I'm going to ask it anyhow. Do you love Horace Van de Gelder?
No, Minnie, I don't. Peter Malloy, God rest him, was my sure love, and I'm not saying I was shortchanged. But once is enough for a girl, as long as it's true love. And that is what it was. Look, Minnie, there's two men standing outside the shop.
Men?
And I do believe they mean to come in here.
Men in the shop, oh, Miss Malloy, what do we do?
Do? Why, flirt with them, of course. I will give you the young one.
Miss Malloy, and you with all your talk of love.
Love enough I've had, Minnie. It's a bit of an adventure I could do with now. We can get them all heated up and drop them cold. It will prepare us for married life. Now let's go back into the workroom, and I have some wonderful ideas on how to perk up our appearances.
Miss Malloy?
We'll get an adventure out of this yet, Barnaby. All day long, we walk around New York, and nothing happens. And then we come to the quietest street in the city, and suddenly...
Vandergelder!
Is he still out there? Go look.
He's sitting right on that bench, Cornelius. Are you sure this is an adventure?
You don't have to ask, Barnaby. When you're in one, you'll know it all right. How much money you got left?
40 cents for the train ride home, 30 cents for dinner, and 20 cents to see the well. 90 cents. Why?
When those ladies come out, we'll have to pretend to be customers. That's it. Maybe the best thing to do is make them think we're rich. Then we won't have to buy anything. Good afternoon, Mrs.
Malloy.
Here, Cornelius Hackle.
Here, Barnaby Tucker.
It's very nice to meet you, gentlemen. Now, what may I do for you?
You see, we're two ladies about town looking for some hats, Malloy, and we want a hat. For a lady, of course. And everyone said go to Miss Malloy because she's so pretty. I mean, her hats are so pretty.
And so reasonable, Cornelius. As reasonable as under $1, which will leave us enough money to see the well.
You've got to pay him no mind, ma'am. He's come all the way from Yonkers. He's all excited just to see the whale. Just keep an eye on that street, Barnaby. Maybe you'll see it pass by.
Is it big and black with mean little red eyes?
Yes.
It's sitting right on that bench.
Excuse me, gentlemen, did you say Yonkers?
Oh, yes, ma'am, Yonkers. And don't mind if I say, but you would love Yonkers. By that I mean, Mr. Malloy would love Yonkers, too.
Oh, Mr. Hackle, I'm a widow.
You're a... Barnaby, she's a widow! I mean, that's too bad. I'm sure he was a lovely man. May rest in peace. You're Catholic, aren't you? Don't worry, I can change. Miss Malloy, if you should ever happen to have a Sunday free, I would love to show you Yonkers from top to bottom.
Mr. Hackle, I may be there sooner than you think.
Oh, really?
See, I have a friend who lives in Yonkers.
Do you?
Perhaps you know him.
Perhaps we do.
But it's often so silly to ask in cases like this. It's Mr. Horace Van de Gelder.
Horace Vander Gelder?
Vandergelder's hand feed?
Do you know him?
No.
No, no.
Not at all.
No.
I've heard he's a very substantial man and well-liked.
A lovely man, Miss Malloy. Only one fault as far as I know. He's as hard as nails.
Perhaps your friend would like this one.
Cornelius? I think... Look out!
Excuse us, Miss Malloy, but...
Gentlemen, out! Get out of here! Out!
Help us, Miss Malloy. We can explain later.
What are you doing? Get out! 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 If you do not get out of here this instant, I will be forced to... Mr. Van de Gelder, hello.
Good afternoon, Miss Malloy. I don't suppose Miss Levi is here, is she? Well, she was supposed to meet me on a park bench 10 minutes ago. If she comes looking, she can just go looking for me. When I make an appointment, I expect people to be on time. I brought you a gift. chocolate-covered peanuts. Unshelled, the expensive kind.
Thank you.
Did I happen to see you in here with two men?
Men? What would men be doing at Lady's Hat Shop, Mr. Van de Gelder? Now let's go back into my workroom. I have some things I want you to see.
I saw your workroom last week.
Oh, so you did. So, Mr. Van de Gelder, how is the hay and feed business? I hear you have 3 friends, as hard as nails. I mean...
What?
Yonkers. It's a beautiful city.
Who's been telling you about Yonkers, may I ask?
No one, a friend.
A friend?
He?
A customer, Mr. Van de Gelder. Someone in here buying hats for ladies. Perhaps you know him, but it's often so silly to ask in cases like this. It's Mr. Cornelius Hackle.
Did you say Cornelius Hackle?
Why, yes.
He only happens to be my head clerk, that's all. Miss Malloy, I demand an explanation.
Well, I'm going to give it to you. Why shouldn't you know Cornelius Hackle? Everyone knows Cornelius Hackle. Why, he's here at the opera and all the fashionable homes. He's at the Harmonia Gardens restaurant 3 times a week.
It ain't the same, man. He only has $152.35, and I keep it locked up in my safe.
Mr. Van de Gelder, you're killing me. He's one of the Hackles. They built the canal.
What canal?
The Panama... Both.
It can't be. It's impossible.
Who took the horses out of Jenny Lynn's carriage and walked her down 14th Street? Cornelius Hackle. And who dressed up as a waiter at the Fifth Avenue Hotel and dropped an oyster down Miss Hester's? Well, I can't say it, but it was Cornelius. He's the playboy of New York. Now, Irene, don't deny it. I can see you were taken with him just like everyone else.
I only met him once. Really, Dolly.
Excuse me?
Of course.
Of course.
Hold your tongue, Minnie! There's a man in there! No, there's not. Yes.
Now, hold on. If there's a man in that closet...
No, Mr. Van de Gelder. You can't. It's too dangerous.
Miss Levi, anyone who hides in men's closets, ladies' closets, does not scare me.
I'm sure you'd make short work of any man, those muscles. I can see them now rippling under your jacket. Ripple, 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 ripple. Back and forth. Ripple, ripple, ripple.
Miss Levi, for the last time, stand aside.
Stand indeed. That's what they'll want to know when you're accused of entering that closet without a search warrant. I mean, what do you stand for if you don't stand for the law of this great land? I know what I stand for. I stand for motherhood, America, and a hot lunch for orphans. Take off your hat, girls. Betsy Ross's flag is passed. Do you see him on the hill at Gettysburg? Neath that great triumphant arch. If you see him as he's marching through the grapes of wrath, stand up and march, march, march.
I came to this country as an immigrant girl of 14 years of age from a land that oppressed my people, and I came here to echo what the great American
Moses.
I stand for motherhood, America, and a hot lunch for orphans. Take off your hat, sir, there's a tear-stained eagle passing. Do you see him on the bridge at Waterloo? Neath that great triumphant arch. If you see him as he's singing in the sugar cane, stand up and march, march, march. I stand for America,
the Alamo. I regret that I've been left to live for my country. couldn't possibly be a man in that closet. Oh, hon, God bless you.
Thank you.
Miss Malloy.
Oh, all right. There is a man in that closet.
Aha!
And one under the table.
What the devil?
And there's a perfectly logical explanation. But for the time being, good day.
Good Lord, the whole room's crawling with men. I'll never get over it. I take it I'll see you this afternoon, Mr. Vandergelder?
You will, at the end of the parade, with a certain young lady on the main float. Good day, Miss Malloy.
Gentlemen.
At
Miss Malloy, we can explain everything.
I do not wish to hear any explanations. I just want you and Mr. Tucker to leave my store immediately, or I'll be forced to call Officer Donahue.
Irene.
We can't have them right now. We can't get over them. We have them for a while.
Calling a law officer is letting them off too easy. The law's courts, that's where they belong. Now, I've been adding up the legal offenses these two have committed, and believe me, you've got rights for at least 2 writs, a non-compos mentis, and a garnishee. Now, the main thing to do is to try to show that you settled it amicably at first. Have dinner with them.
Well, is that necessary?
It's the way things are done in the law, Irene. Dinner first, punishment afterwards.
Well, if you do insist. Mr. Hackle, Mr. Tucker, you may escort Minnie Fay and myself to dinner tonight.
I hear there's a wonderful restaurant at the railroad station.
You must be joking, Mr. Hackle. If the Harmonia Gardens is good enough for you and your fashionable friends, it is good enough for us. Now, Minnie, I hear they have a wonderful orchestra.
We couldn't do that. Not that it's the money, of course, but it's the...
It's the whale.
It's the whale. No, it's not the whale. It's the dancing. They have dancing in a place like that. Concerts, balls. And you see, I don't know how. Take me weeks, months, years to learn. Miss Dolly Levi, 33-year-old chief clerks, taught how to dance.
Now, it's simple. You put one arm here and one arm here.
It's no use. I have absolutely no sense of rhythm.
Absolutely no sense of rhythm is one of the primary requirements of learning by the Gallagher-Levi method. Just give me 5 minutes of your time, Mr. Hackle, and I'll have you dancing in the streets. Now, we'll start with lesson 7, the waltz turn. Simple, ready? Right foot touch, left foot touch, back touch, up touch, around, unfurl. Oh, that's wonderful. When I think of all the lucky women who will find heaven in your arms, I think we'll go back to lesson 1. Hand on her waist and stand with her right in your left hand. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Look, I'm dancing. Well, I was.
Of course you were, Mr. Hackle. Take someone whose arms you're in. Hold on to her tight and spin. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Look, I'm dancing.
Turn around and turn around, try floating through the air. Can't you be a little more aesthetic?
Don't you think my dancing has a polish and a flair?
I think the word I use is athletic.
Well, my heart is about to burst. My hand is about to pop. And now that I'm dancing, who cares if we ever stop?
You're next, Mr. Tucker. Glide and step and then step and glide.
And everyone stand aside.
1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, you could learn the polka if you were to equal soul, or the tango filled passion seething.
I might join the chorus of the Castle Garden.
Whatever you do, for God's sakes, keep breathing. Well, my heart is about to burst. My head is about to pop. But now that we're dancing, who cares if we ever stop? There's someone you hardly know and wish you were closer to. Remember that he can be near to you while you're dancing. He just said hello. He's suddenly someone who can make all your daydreams appear to you while you're dancing. Make the music weave a spell, call away your worries. Please indulge twice as well when the skies blurry. As around and around you go, your spirits will hit the top. And now that we're dancing, who cares if we ever stop? 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And now that we're dancing, who cares if we ever stop?
Who's here? Miss Levi. How are you, Miss Levi?
How are you, Miss Rose?
Fine. Pains in my back, aches in my side, stabs in my liver, the same. My daughter Fanny got married, you know.
Did she?
Last September. It's been a long time since you've been here, Miss Levi. Such a long time.
Ephraim, let me go. It's been long enough, Ephraim. Every night, like you said, before I went to bed, I locked the door, I put out the cat, I made myself a little rum toddy, and I said a prayer, thanking God that I was independent, that no one else's life was mixed up with mine. Then one night an oak leaf fell out of my Bible, a perfectly good oak leaf, but without life and without color. And then, Ephraim, I realized that I was like that oak leaf. For years I had not shed one tear, nor had I had just one hope that things would turn out right. And so, Ephraim, I've decided to rejoin the human race, and I want you to give me away. Before the parade passes by, I'm gonna get in step while there's still time left. Before the parade passes by.
Dolly! Cornelius is taking us to see the 14th Street Parade. Please come with us.
Why, Irene, you're crying.
Oh, Dolly, the world is full of such wonderful things. Please come with us.
I will, Irene. I will. before the parade passes by. I'm gonna go and taste Saturday's high life before the parade passes by. I'm gonna get some life back into my life. I'm ready to move out in front. I've had enough of just passing by life. The rest of them, the best of them, I can hold my head up high. Where I'm gonna go again, I've gotta drive again. I'm gonna feel my heart coming alive again before the parade passes by. Proud of the head, listen and hear that blessed harmony go. That proud of the head, pardon me if my old spirit is showing. Those lines over there seem to be telling me where I'm going. Those crashes, sparklers, light or sky. I'm gonna raise the roof, I'm gonna carry on. Give me an old trombone, give me an old guitar before the parade passes by.
She's beautiful. Everything you said and more. Oh! Dolly, what's the meaning of this? Where's Miss Money?
Nothing to get upset about, Horace. There was a last-minute substitution at the Mint, and Miss Money decided to help out. But she did say that she'd meet you as arranged at the Harmonia Gardens.
That's the most expensive restaurant in town.
And, well, it should be. What food! And the fastest waiters in New York. Now, I might be a little bit late, but Irene will meet you on time. But wait till you see Ernestina, Horace. A vision. All in lovely lime green, swinging a sweet old-fashioned tune. Sweet Rosie O'Grady. You couldn't miss her if she tried.
All right, Miss Levi. I'll meet you this evening.
Ephraim, he's as good as mine. I'm gonna raise the roof. I'm gonna carry on. Give me an old trombone. Give me an old guitar. For the parade passes by.
Hackle, we've loved looking at the lights of 14th Street for the past 4 hours. But now I think for us to get to Pomonia Gardens on time, we should call a hack. Oh, look, there's one.
No, we couldn't do that, Miss Malloy. Not that it's the money or anything. It's just that really elegant people never walk. Never take hacks.
Hacks is out.
They all go by streetcar.
J.P. Vanderbilt, Diamond Jim Morgan.
Then by all means, streetcar.
Imagine, just think. I've been elegant all my life, never even knew it.
Of course, if you really want to be elegant,
We do.
you walk.
All the guests of Mr. Hackle are feeling great and look spectacular.
What a night there is tonight, acting like a born aristocrat.
We've got elegance if you ain't got elegance. You can never ever carry it off.
All who walk, well-bred, extremely vain, athletically.
Exercise your wildest whims tonight. We are out with diamond gems tonight. Could they be misleading us?
Silver spoons were used for feeding us.
We've got elegance if you ain't got elegance. You can never ever carry
It off.
middle class. Don't speak of it, savoir faire. We reek of it. Some were born with rags and patches, but we used all the bills for matches. And Vanderbilt kowtows to us.
J.P. Morgan scrapes and bows to us.
We've got elegance. We were born with elegance.
Have you noticed when I hold my cup, the saucer never moves?
And the way I keep my pinky up into what Dolly Roosevelt. We've got elegance, we've got built in elegance, and with elegance, we'll carry it on.
Look, Minnie, they're counting their money again, just like the rich. Mr. Hackle, are you going to escort us in?
Of course we are. Barnaby? Miss Malloy, as we start inside, may I
Yes, Mr. Hackle. Yes, Mr. Hackle.
may I put my arm around your waist?
Yes, Mr. Hackle. But I may as well warn you, a corset is a corset.
But I don't want to be on stage. I just want to get married.
You heard Miss Levi. This is the only way to show your uncle we mean business. Now, can you weep a little bit faster? You're throwing me off step. Faster. That's it.
My sweet little rose.
And it is my order, as head waiter of the Harmonia Gardens restaurant, and your supreme commander, that tonight, of all nights, our usual lightning service shall be twice as lightning, or else. I trust you are finding this table satisfactory. The dining rooms cost a bit more, but they offer the best views of the entertainment.
$1.40, Cornelius. That's all that's left.
Are you sure? Count it again.
Prepare yourself for a big night, Minnie. We're out with two of New York's best-known sports.
I did make a mistake, Cornelius. It's only $1.35. Here, I'll count it again.
No, don't. We can't afford it.
I'm going to order everything on the menu. Waiter.
I have told you before, sir, you will have to move. This table is reserved for Miss Levi and party.
And who do you think I am? Only it's Horace Van de Gelder and party. She's in my party. I ain't in hers.
Mr. Van de Gelder, of course. It's just Miss Levi said nothing about you bringing your...
My personal physician. That's enough rouge, doctor.
But Miss Levi only ordered chicken for two.
Chicken? Chickens are expensive.
Soup de jour, pâte maison, and on d'ensemble. Mwah.
Why didn't you tell me this was an Oriental establishment? We'll take 2 bowls of rice. Now get out! Now, Miss Money, I understand that you carry respectable sums in your belt.
Yeah, $2. Only it's in my garden.
About our reputations, Cornelius. But Minnie and I don't care who sees us tonight. Now, Minnie, what have you decided?
I couldn't have anything at these prices. I really couldn't.
Great grindstones. What a sensible girl. Waiter, bring us 4 glasses of beer, a loaf of yesterday's bread, and some cheese.
Yesterday's bread? Oh, Cornelius, now I see how you keep half of New York in stitches. Minnie, have you ever eaten pheasant?
Pheasant?
Ashamed of something?
It's not that. I just felt a slight chill.
Well, why didn't you say so? Here, I'll loan you this. Now,
let's order something to hold us till the rice comes. Waiter, would you bring us roast suckling pig with chestnut and oyster stuffing, cheese fondue, and some ladyfingers? Now, what'll you have? Hey, you with the big ears, what are you doing after the show?
Worry about our digestion, Cornelius, but I am pretty sure the pheasants are fresh. We'll take 4 pheasants and a nice red wine.
Wait a minute. No wine.
No wine?
Champagne.
Champagne!
It's once in a lifetime, Barnaby. Champagne and Neapolitan ice cream and hothouse peaches. And Barnaby, give the band leader a nickel and tell him to play Tool Wild Rose. We want music while we dine.
Say, this is a cafe, isn't it? Well, let's dance.
The Vandergelders do not dance. We're Presbyterian.
All right. I'll dance myself. Give him $2 to the band leader, will you? And tell him to play something refined. I'm going to do the hoochie coochie.
All right, Cornelius. I'll send for the band leader. Just promise me you won't buy anything else.
All right, Miss Money. You wait here. I'll tell them to play a waltz. Look, you, give this to the band leader and tell him to play a waltz.
Here's the nickel for the band leader. Come to play to a wild...
Whoopee!
Miss Money!
And 2 more pheasants, please.
Get off of the table.
Fine. I've got better things to do. Let's go.
My pocketbook. Look, you, that's mine.
My wallet. I know it's mine because it's only got $1, 3 dimes, 5 pennies, and... Cornelius! Did he say 2 pheasants? 3, 4 pheasants for the house. And never mind if we don't get to see the well. I'll buy one of my own.
Boy shouting, how many times have I told you? This is the Harmonia Gardens restaurant, not one of those.
But sir, she's here, the lady.
What? Are you sure, boy?
Like you told me, sir. 8 o'clock, on the nose, up pulled the carriage, now steps a tall lady with red hair, the biggest handbag I ever saw.
It's she. It's Miss Levi. It is. It's Dolly. Fritz, tell the band. She just stepped out of her carriage. It's true, yeah. She just stepped out of her white gold carriage, pulled by 7 horses with scarlet plumes.
Rudolph is like the good old days. She's here.
Hello, Harry. Well, hello, can swell many. I can tell, Danny, you're still glowing, you're still growing, you're still going strong. I feel the room swaying for the band's playing one of my old favorite songs from way back when. So bridge that gap, fellas, find me an empty lap. Fellas, Dolly, I'll never go away again. Here's my hat, fellas, I'm staying where I'm at. Fellas, Dolly, you'll never go away again. I went away from the lights of 14th Street and into my personal haze. But now that I'm back in the lights of 14th Street, tomorrow will be brighter than the good old days. Glad to see you
excuse me. Dolly! Dolly Gallagher! What are you doing in that getup? And you're half an hour late. I demand an explanation of...
Ernestina?
Exactly.
Ernestina, whom I trusted.
She wanted to do the hoochie-coochie.
Well, she always was artistic. Horace, I'm going to have our table moved down front. There's someone in the dance competition I particularly want you to see. Now, don't let's say another word about it. I'm as shocked as you are. What have you ordered?
What she wanted? A chicken. Now about that hoochie-coochie...
Did you say a chicken? I don't think I could face a chicken. Not tonight, not after what's happened.
Good. Cancel the chicken.
And bring a turkey.
What are you doing now?
Nothing. Just looking the place over, getting acquainted with my surroundings.
That's the problem with you, Dolly. You always have to know everything. Always putting your nose in other people's business. Anyone who married you would be as nervous as a cat.
What?
I said anyone who married you...
Horace Vandergelder, you get that idea right out of your head this minute. I'm surprised you even mentioned such a thing.
Well, I didn't mean that.
Well, I certainly do hope not. No, Horace, I'm not some Irene Malloy whose head can be turned by a few chocolate-covered peanuts. Unshelled. Why, the idea of you even mentioning such a thing...
You misunderstood me, Dolly.
Well, I certainly do hope so. No, Horace, if I had any intention of marrying again, it'd be to a far more pleasure-loving man than you.
Here, I'll start in on the wine.
Now, as I was saying before, Horace, you go your way, and I'll go mine. That's right. Start right in on the wine. It'll make you feel better at once. But before we change the subject, since you brought the matter up, there's one more thing I think I ought to say.
I didn't bring the matter up at all.
One more thing I think I ought to say before we change the subject. Now, it's true I am a woman who likes to know everything that's going on, likes to manage things, but I wouldn't like to manage anything as out of control as your household. You can do that yourself, God helping you.
It is not out of control.
That's nice. No, Horace, a complaining, quarrelsome, friendless soul like you is no sort of companion for me. You salt your beets, and I'll salt mine.
Will you stop saying that?
I won't say another word.
Good.
Except this. At your age, Horace, you should enjoy hearing the honest truth.
My age? You're always talking about my age.
Well, I don't know what it is, but I do know that up in Yonkers with bad food and bad temper, you'll double it in 6 months. Have some beets, Horace. They're good.
I don't like beets.
That's nice. No, Horace, the pity of it all is that you could be a perfectly charming, witty man if you wanted to.
I don't want to be charming.
Look at you now. You are. You can't help it. Now sit down and let's talk of something else. But before we change the subject, there's one more thing I have to say.
I don't want to hear it, Dolly. You're wasting your time. I'll never ask you to marry me.
I suppose that means you want me to ask you? Well, I'm sorry, Horace. I'm turning you down.
How can you turn me down when I haven't asked you to do anything?
It's no use arguing. I've made up your mind. Here, let me cut your wings.
I've got a headache. I'm going back to my hotel.
No, you can't, Horace. The dance competition's about to begin. Rudy, have our table moved down front. There's someone in the dance competition I want Mr. Vandergelder to see. Look, Horace, the latest thing, a polka. Isn't it wonderful?
I've never seen a polka before.
I'm told the dance competition is about to begin.
Well, wait a minute. That man, that dancer.
Isn't he wonderful? With talent like that, he could win this solid gold cup.
Barnaby, that purse you found.
Impossible. I can't imagine you without your pocketbook.
It's Vandergelders! Cornelius, we gotta get out of here!
I've lost my pocketbook. I can't find my pocketbook. Stop eating that. I can't pay for it.
Come along, Miss Malloy. It's been a perfectly wonderful evening, but I'm afraid we're going to have to cut it a bit, excuse me, short.
It's the polka. Can we have one dance?
Vandergelders right there! We gotta get out of here!
We can dance our way out.
Cornelius, Hackle!
Mr. Vandergelder!
Barnaby, Tucker!
Mr. Vandergelder!
Ermengarde! Dolly, what's the meaning of this? Is this your doing?
Mr. Vandergelder, I can explain everything.
I don't want to hear it. You're fired.
What? No! I didn't... But, no! Wait!
Quiet! Quiet! That's better. Now, you've all been charged with disturbing the peace, assault and battery, inciting to riot, and several other equally serious violations against the law of this city. Now, is there anyone here to speak in your behalf? I say, is there anyone here to speak in your behalf? Dolly Levi, counselor at law.
Your Honor, the defense, rest.
What?
No! There is no need to call witnesses when I see upon that bench a brow that gleams with honor, a pair of snow-white whiskers that bristle with fair play, and a nose. I ask you all to look at that nose, a living symbol of the motto of this great land. E probiscus unum. Your Honor, I ask for freedom for my clients and a verdict of guilty for the only real culprit, Horace Vandergelder of Yonkers, New York.
Dolly!
The one man in charge for these grievous acts of misconduct.
A curtain torn, a gold cup bent, and a waiter bruised.
Cruelty to a poor, unfortunate minor. Could you do that a little louder, dear? Thank you.
Miss Levi, if it please the court, I have something to say.
Go right ahead, Mr. Hackle. I was just about to get to you.
Cornelius, if you dare testify against me, I'll have you discharged.
You've already done that, sir.
I'll do it again.
You've done it again, too, sir. But even if you hadn't, I'd still say what I have to say. You see, what happened to me today, which is the most important thing that can happen to a man, would never have happened if I had stayed in Yonkers like you told me to. Your Honor, I am talking about none other then love.
What? You're trying to tell me that after 33 years, by taking one evening off, you've fallen in love?
Oh no, Mr. Vandergelder. I didn't fall in love with Miss Irene Malloy of this city in just an evening. An hour. Even that's too long. What's less than a minute?
A second.
Less than that.
A moment.
That's it. I'll go slowly so you can get it all down. It only takes a moment for your eyes to meet, and then your heart knows in an instant you will never be alone again. I held her for an instant, but my arms felt shape and strong. It only takes a moment to be loved a whole life long. Isn't the world full of wonderful things? There I sat, cooped up in Yonkers for years and years, while all the time, wonderful people like Miss Malloy were walking around New York, and I didn't even know them. I don't know if you can see from where you're sitting or not. Well, for instance, the way her eye and cheek and forehead come together right up there. I tell you right now, a fine woman is the greatest work of God on earth. You can talk all you like about Niagara Falls and the pyramids, they aren't in it at all. Of course, I've seen women before, but today I talk to an equal to equal, and they're so different from men. Awfully mysterious, too. I bet you could know a woman 100 years without ever really being sure whether she liked you or not. Today, I've lost so many things. My job, my future, everything that people think is important. But I don't care. Even if I had to be a ditch digger for the rest of my life, I would be a ditch digger who once had a wonderful day.
Mr. Hackle, I missed a few words back there. Right after it, only
Takes a moment, but my arms felt strong and strong. It only takes a moment.
But his arms felt safe and warm. It only takes a moment to be loved a whole life long.
And that is all that love's about.
And will recall when time runs out.
That it only took a moment to be loved a whole life long.
Dismissed. You're all dismissed. All except for Horace Vandergelder of Yonkers, New York. You're all dismissed. You're free, my children, and bless you. Go, go.
Let me see the prisoner now, Miss Levi.
Well, 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 well. Here you are, Horace, without wife, without niece, without clerk, and without your pocketbook. I think there's one more thing I have to say.
Dolly, if it's for you to ask me to marry you, never, not in a million years, I'll never marry you.
Well, actually, it wasn't that at all, Horace. All I wanted to say was, goodbye.
What?
Goodbye.
Now hold on, Dolly.
I'm sorry, Horace. I failed. And when a woman fails, there's only one thing she can say, but...
Wait.
Goodbye. 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 Don't try to stop me, Horace, please. Wave your little hand and whisper so long, dearie. You ain't gonna see me anymore. But when you remember that your life is dreary, don't you come and knocking at my door. For I'll be old and singing that song that says, you dog, I told you so. So wave your little hand and whisper so long, dearie, dearie. Should have said so long ago. Treated me so rotten and rough. I've had enough of feeling low. So wave your little hand and whisper so long, dearie, dearie. Should have said so long ago. 'Cause I can hear that choo-choo calling me upon a fancy new address. 'Cause I can hear that choo-choo calling me upon a happiness express. I'm gonna learn to dance and drink and smoke a cigarette. I'm going far away from Yonkers as a girl can get. And on those cold winter nights, Horace, you can snuggle up to your cash register. It's a little lumpy, but it rings. Don't come a knocking, I'll be old and singing that song that says, you dog, I told you so. So, Horace, when you see your life's a sad old story, and you see your dolphin shuffle off to glory, should have said so long ago.
And I wouldn't marry you, Dolly, if you were the last woman on earth and I was the last man. Not in a million years. I didn't need you before and I don't need you now. Dolly, you go your way and I'll go. Dolly, Dolly, Dolly!
Me, Mr. Vandergelder?
What? Oh, you've come crawling back, have you? What do you want?
My money. $146.35. You see, I've decided to go into business for myself. And since all I know is hay and feed, I'm opening my own store.
And he's getting one right across the street from yours.
So, you think you can't compete with Vandergelders, do you? You just try. This day's been bad enough as it is.
Why, Horace Vandergelder, as I live and breathe, if you don't look handsome in that outfit. You know, so many few men nowadays have the courage to wear that.
Dolly.
Horace, I know what you're going to say. You're not satisfied with Ernestina. I've found you the ideal wife. But don't let me interrupt you. You were doing something. What were you doing?
We were getting Cornelius's money, $146.
And 35 cents.
Well,
You can't do this to me. I'll go to the courts. I'll get lawyers.
Horace. Just calm down, Horace. You owe it to them.
Fine, if it's money you want, safe's in the back.
Money. Mr. Vandegelder's money. It's like the sun we walk on. It can kill or cure. Now, Mr. Vandegelder's never tired of saying that most of the people in this world are fools. And in a way, he's right, isn't he? I mean, himself, Irene, Cornelius, myself. Yes, we're all fools, and we're all in great danger of contaminating the world in our folly. But the surest way to keep us from harm is to give us the 4 or 5 human pleasures that are our right in the world. And that takes a little money. Now, the difference between no money and a little bit of money is enormous, and that can shatter the world. And the difference between a little bit of money and a lot of money is very slight, but that can shatter the world too. It's all in how you use it. Now, my late husband, Mr. Levi, always used to say, money, pardon the expression, is like manure. It's not worth a thing unless it's allowed to spread around, allowing young things to grow. Well, that's the opinion of the second Mrs. Horace Vandegelder. Which, by the way, Ephraim, I'm ready for that sign.
We don't just stand there. The back room.
What's that about, Horace?
Oh, it's nothing. Now, Dolly, I don't need you to find me no ideal wives. As of right now, you're no longer my marriage counselor. If I want an ideal wife, I find her myself. And I have, Dolly, and it's you.
Horace?
I know I've been a fool about that other woman and Miss Malloy. But, Dolly, forgive me and marry me.
Horace, stop right there.
What?
Now, you know as well as I do that you're the first citizen of Yonkers. And your wife, she would have to be a somebody. Tell me, Horace, am I a somebody?
You are. You're a wonderful woman.
Oh, you're partial. No, Horace, it won't be enough for you to give your wife jewels and money and make her a benefactress to all the town. Which, by the way, it's bad business letting Cornelius open his store right across the street from you. Better take him back and let him be your partner.
Partner?
And Barnaby can have Cornelius's old job.
Now hold on, Dolly.
And then we'll all get together and dance at Ermengarde's wedding.
This time you've gone too far, Dolly. I'll dance at no weddings. I don't even know how to dance. It would take me weeks, months, years to learn. All right, I'll dance.
Horace, I never thought I'd hear you say such a thing.
The room on the left. Now get moving.
What's that about, Horace?
Oh, I just thought I'd have that back room done over in blue paint. I know the old paint ain't worn out yet, but that guy just set up business, and I wanted to give him a good start. You see, I've always felt that money, pardon the expression, is like manure. It's not worth a thing unless it's spread around, encouraging young things to grow.
Thank you, Ephraim.
Hello, Dolly. Well, hello, Dolly. It's so nice to have you here where you belong. I never knew, Dolly, without you. Dolly, life was awfully flat, and more than that was awfully wrong.
Here's my hat, Horace. I'm staying where I'm at. Horace, Dolly, you'll never go away.
Wonderful woman.
Again.
know that you feel me somehow. You're the closest to heaven that I'll ever be, and I don't wanna go home right now. And all I could taste is this moment, and all I can breathe is your life. And sooner or later it's over. I just don't wanna miss you tonight. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. And you can't fight the tears that ain't coming, all the moment of truth in your lies. When everything feels like the movies, yeah, you bleed just to know you're alive. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am.
Spend all your time waiting for that second chance, for a break that would make it okay. There's always some reason to feel not good enough, and it's hard at the end of the day. I need some distraction. Oh, beautiful release. Memories seep from my veins. Let me be empty. Oh, and weightless, and maybe I'll find some peace tonight. In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room, and the endlessness that you fear. You are pulled from the wreckage of your silent reverie. You're in the arms of the angel. May you find some comfort here. So tired of the straight line, and everywhere you turn, there's vultures and thieves at your back. The storm keeps on twisting. Keep on building the lies that you make up for all that you lack. It don't make no difference. Escape one last time. It's easier to believe in this sweet madness, all this glorious sadness that brings me to my knees. from this dark, cold hotel room and the endlessness that you fear. You are pulled from the wreckage of your silent reverie. You're in the arms of the angel. May you find some comfort here. You're in the arms of the angel. May you find some comfort here. Like anyone would be, I am flattered by your fascination with me. Like any hot-blooded woman, I have simply wanted an object to crave. But you're not allowed. You're not invited. An unfortunate slight. Sweet, strangely exciting to watch the stars.
'cause I don't want to. I was thinking if you were lonely, maybe we could leave here and no one would know. At least not to the point that we would think so. And everyone here knows everyone here is thinking about somebody else. Well, it's best if we all keep this under our heads. But I couldn't tell if anyone here was feeling the way I do. But I'm lonely now, and I don't know how to get it back so good. This don't mean that you own me well. This ain't no good. In fact, it's phony as hell. Yeah, but things worked out just like you wanted to. If you see me out, you don't know me. Try to turn your head, try to give me some room. How to figure out just what I'm gonna do. 'Cause everyone here hates everyone here for doing just like they do. And it's best if we all keep this quiet instead. And I couldn't tell why everyone here was doing me like they do. But I'm sorry now, and I don't know how to get it back so good.